Hi, this is Told. Welcome, and today we're looking at another one of the free decks that Magic has gifted us. It's called Power to the People, and we're trying to make it better and see if we can make it work on the ranked ladder. So we want to. I don't know if I should be restricting myself to the commons and uncommons and rares and mythics, but we're going to continue on doing that at least for this deck. Um, but we're going to swap out the back street for the manland as our rare land. We don't have any other stuff to do, so we're gonna do that. Dunley was our mythic card in the deck. We're gonna keep that one. Sounds good. We'll build around that. Expel the interlopers, I think, should be fine. You destroy power greater than 2, right? Like everything's gonna have 2 because we have assemble the players. So that's fine. Rankle's prank came in the deck. I'm not sure if I should get rid of this for Deadly Cover Up or not. I'm almost thinking that we want to keep the Rankle's prank because I don't really use it that much. Try it out. I think it might be good because I think we're going to go wide, and the sacrifice 2 creatures might not affect us as much as I think. But we're going to try it out, and we might swap the Deadly Cover Up if we start losing some games. And then the Evangelist, we're going to swap out for Teysa because when the opponent loses life, we make a clue token. And, that goes into the... Actually, we want to sack the clue token to get a creature is the part for Teysa that we're interested in because we have... The Investigator was one of the cards that came in the set. I think we're going to keep that in there and just go with that idea. And then the Whispering Drink Vampire was another card, and we're going to pump that up to 4. We're going to get rid of the Consuming Ashes. We'll put some removal back in later on. Hopefully, we're going to keep the Investigator. We're going to keep the Assemble the players. And we're kind of building, around this card as well, where the cards we're adding in, most of them except for that one, are Power 2, so that we can continue to utilize that rare card that we got. And then the Screaming Phantom, I don't understand why this deck is trying to mill itself. Maybe you're trying to get better stuff on top for Assemble players, but since we are going with the Lawbringer as our removal spell, that I'll get to in a minute, we're going to go with the Vermin. 2-1, creates a rat token, and then, so that's another body, so it's like two bodies come into play. And I think that should trigger twice, right? Yeah, it's just whenever it happens. So that'll trigger twice. The Makeshift Binding is the card that came in the deck, which is exile the creature and you gain 2 life. But we're going to get rid of that. And there's kind of 2 options here that we have. We could either do the Cooped Up, so it's 2 mana only, and then for 3 mana you could exile that creature later on, right? So this costs 3 mana, only targets a creature. You don't gain the life, but it's only 2 mana to stop something from attacking. So that's pretty good. But then there's the Mystical Tether, 2 mana, 1 white. And for 2 more you could play it with Flash, so for 5 mana you could flash this in like a Leyline Binding, and you could exile an artifact, creature, opponent controls. So you get a little bit extra benefit with this. It's also, the binding is not exiled, and so something like Sheldred is gone, right? So their static abilities aren't activated, right? Like, type of situation. And then we have the Make Your Move, you destroy power 4 or greater and artifact or enchantment. The only thing we're losing is the enchantment part, sort of. Destroy non-land permanent. So this is kind of better than that. So we sack a creature, destroy a non-land permanent. We also get a creature. The only problem is power is 3. So that's a little bit of a downside. The Deep Cavern Bat, we're just going to go up to 4 with this and get rid of this Skullcap Snail. These were both in the set, two of each, but I figured just go with a copy of 4. Seems to be better. The Market Watch Phantom 2/2 that gets flying when another creature comes in. Nah, let's go with removal for that. And then the Aspirant, the Iron Paw Aspirant, 1 mana, 1 white, 2/1 is a 1/1. Gives a +1/+1 counter on something. That's pretty good, but we want to utilize this sack outlet. And maybe the discard. So I'm not really sure which one would be better. I'm kind of leaning towards the Onlooker because then we could use it to discard with a Bitter Triumph, and then we could also sack it, no problem, bring it back. I think we're gonna go with that. It is a 2 mana, and Aspirant was 2 mana, so it's good to kind of keep the curve kind of similar. They had Outlaw Medic. I like this card. I don't see if we could keep it, we would. But I think the Nurturing Pixie works a lot better, right? So you have like the Bat that can come back. You have the Lawbringer that could come back. You have the Vermin that you could bring back to your hand, and all those double trigger with, Delny, right? So getting the Pixie in there, it's just a more powerful card. I know the Outlaw Lifelink is pretty good, but we don't have we got rid of the Pump ability of the Iron Paw Aspirant, so it's not really that great. And that being said, here's a pump activity that we're going to keep in, only because I want to play the Guardian. I wanted to play the Guardian since I saw it in the set, and haven't played it really, so maybe I should make a deck around that coming up. But moving on. We're keeping it in. We're going to try it out. I think it has some power abilities. We're going to be creating creatures, maybe lots of creatures. This makes 2, and then, that makes 2. And then, with Assemble the Players, maybe we're casting multiple things off the top. It has the opportunity to be a really good card. They have the Slimy Dual Leech in there. It's a 4 mana casting cost that gives your thing trample and makes it a +1/+1. Well, I guess that also works against Delny. I was going to add in the Blowgun, but then I was like, oh, that makes it, 3 power, so then it doesn't work with Delny, even though because it Death Touch. That sounds pretty good. But instead of the Blowgun, I think I want to try the Collector's Vault in there, because we want to be able, we do have the Gorehound, but, with the Assemble the Players, even though we just, this is a 1 of, and then we have a lot of cheap creatures, mana curves at 2.4, so, maybe we need some cycling. And then they have the Auspicious Arrival. While it's a great card to give something +2/+2 and investigate, it's not a creature. So we're going to put a creature in there that gives us the investigation token. Doesn't get to buff our creatures, but at least it's a creature instead of a spell that we can use to cycle in with Assemble the Players. That being said, I wonder if we had like Wrinkles playing for the Assemble the Players. That seemed pretty crazy. Or the Investigator. And then the Gorehound we're just going to keep. Let's refresh. And so that's our deck. Now the mana curve is kind of weird on these decks. They don't really put in too many 1-drops. Like this one only had 2 cards of the 1-drops. It's pretty heavy on the 2s and 3s. We will fix the lands. And they put 25 lands in, which, I don't know. It seems kind of weird to me. But let's try this one out. The last one, we need a lot of removal, so I don't know if this one's going to have enough removal in it. But we'll definitely try it out and see. Inspector into Lawbringer. Almost the Vampire. Death Touch and Lifelink. 7 mana. Not gonna get there. Inspector into Inspector. It's pretty good. It's a good trade for me. Maybe them getting food is bad, but I doubt they block this one. Maybe just bring back the Inspector. We got a number of clue investigate tokens, clue tokens. We could take the mentor out next turn. We have to kill that this turn. They need a way to gain life. Do we go with the vampire? Would like to see what's in their hand. We're gonna take. I think we'll go with this. I mean, they should just take it. They have a ton of food. They can attack us. Do we prioritize gaining life? I don't know. I don't know if we should have did this part. But we'll get one more card from their hand out. This one counter's really rough. Greta. Careful taps. It's a pretty good card. Just to any target player. They did have enough for it. Blocks. Let's see what's in their hand. We're in trouble. We can keep it alive. We could have did damage to their face, but I think taking care of their creature is pretty good. They could pay 2, do 2, and then that'll be the life link. We'll be drawing cards on our turn, probably. Why do I have a stop? Doesn't make any sense. Yep. It is a race. We are racing them. This needs 7, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could sack the case. That's what I can do. Let's see. Alright. I'm gonna... We'll draw a card. Draw a card. Shit. 1, 2, 3, and then we can bring back 3 guys from our grave, which is pretty good. So we can get rid of Greta. Attacking creatures get +1/+1 trample until end of turn. Both food tokens. I did want to bring the Lawbringer back. I think we'll wait. Take some damage. My turn. But we're trying to delay the game a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's looking pretty good. Once we get the Lawbringer into the graveyard. Take 9, 10, 11. I think we're still blocking with the Outlooker. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. If we get a, oh, we do have a land. So we can cast everything from our graveyard. Alright. That's a pretty good deal. This is just free sack. Doesn't matter. Let's just see here. Crack the Novice Inspector. Bring back the Onlooker. Bring back the Novice Inspector. Bring back the Lawbringer. That. Kill that. Sound Pixie. Bring back the Lawbringer. Attack in. That's a pretty good turn. Got lethal on board. Pretty sweet that case. Let's go pencil that in. We're at 10. Vampire doing the work. Make another food. I think a triple block. It's fine. Still have something to sack. Good. Do we soul search before the bat? Maybe. Oh no, huh? Some type of combo deck? Maybe we could get rid of their combo. Maybe we make a bat. Spirit token could just be that sucks. So we need to get something to get a token. Mana value 1 or less. That's a win con. Definitely their win con. Flats, I think. Do we? We can just get rid of this plains. Graveyard Trespasser. They're tapped out. We can take their Edict. Wow, we have to take this. Do we have to take that? Yeah, we do. Look at the Realmbreaker down. Start milling us. We could get rid of that with this. Once you get the medic down, so we need to get the medic down. Oh, some really good mills. Do we Bitter Triumph? I don't know. I think we hold it. Them having free Realmbreaker is fine. I'm gonna take the 3 damage. So there's Sheldred milling us. Draw a card. Lawbringer can take out the Realmbreaker. We get a creature. Didn't get a creature, so did not get a creature. Probably just more Sheldreds to worry about. That sucks. Oh, we are a pretty creature heavy deck. And we got a lot of creatures in the graveyard for them to take. So we need a creature here. Otherwise we're just dead. That's a creature. Choose 0. They don't have a man land. We have 1 in the deck. Oh, that's their case. To get this though. They can edict that if they want. We're getting 29 cards. Oh, and they can still edict it. They're gonna mill us, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just keep it on top. That's great. You should have cycled that. That's a mistake. Yep. So the next Sheldred is rough. Another land. Help. Sack a creature. Destroy a permanent. Our life total's fine. Karn Silex. So they have to get rid of their. Oh, that's pretty good. We attack him first. I guess maybe we could have took the life gain. This back. I don't want him taking out my pixie, so sack this. Get rid of that. They're at 9. We got 5 on board next turn. They could get another Sheldred. Excellent. We'll get a token. Could have sweepers. We could not have killed him there. It's good. Novice Inspector. I think we save it for the go around. Opponent goes first. I mean, I could kill the Gorehound. Delny takes care of any big creatures that they have. They don't have anything to remove. Look at their hand, which would be really nice. See what they're working with. Golgari could be rough. Could be Glissa. Sheldred. It'd be nice to see Delny first, but probably not gonna get it. Let's take a look at their hand. That'll help us out. I mean, they probably have removal anyway, but at least this way we get to see what they're working with. Then we get to know if we can put Delny down on turn 3. If they don't have the removal, I think we will go Delny on turn 3. Although double bat, Delny double bat. So we would like another bat. That case was really so good. We'll see if they have like multiple removal spells. If they don't, we can get Delny down and hope for the Novice Inspector to double trigger. If they have multiple removal, we try to squeeze down the Collector's Vault. Maybe we should have took that Lookout. We can kill the Lookout. Right? I think we're gonna have to. I think we'll pay the 3 life. That's too devastating to us. We're in trouble. We have to close this game out before they get to 4 black mana. And they should Smuggler Surprise. Get 2 lands. There it is. We need some removal. Gorehound into Onlooker, I think. Set up our top of our deck. Oh, we don't have enough. Well, that was a mistake then. Was it? Nope. Nope. We have to kill them. The Onlooker is gonna have defense. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. Are we? Let's start with the Onlooker. Could get us card draw. Do we go Collector's Vault? We draw a card. I think we'll just draw a card. As long as Delny survives, I think we're fine actually. Draw a card. They're 1 land away from the Volt Tyrant. Can't block us at all. I think we'll keep that on top. Double trigger is good. They're at 5. They're pretty much dead. Unless they have to take care of Delny. They might have a fight spell, looks like. No, no fight spell. Good game. Big green. It's a small Orzhov. Pretty good. Pretty good. Once you get past the shuffler screwing you over, I like it. Alright, happy with that. And we're back. Happy with that. I think we got it nailed down pretty good. Went down on the Wisp Drinker Vampire. Went up on the Lawbringer one. Added in the medic we added back in. We went up on the Assemble the Players and we got rid of one of our other gold cards for that one. I forget what it was. Although Assemble the Players doesn't seem to be that great. It's in there for that. And we added 1 case of the Uneaten Feast, and we saw in that one game it was pretty powerful. Once you get enough mana, you could just cast a lot of stuff from your graveyard, and being able to bring the Lawbringer back helped out really good. So I think this deck has gotten down pretty good. We ended with a 3-0 run, so we went 4 and 5. So pretty good. The first 3 games we lost, which is kind of expected, I think, when you make a new deck and you're playing on the rank ladder and you haven't even tested it out. So just getting the cards correctly. Oh yeah, we added in the Archon's Glory as well. So we needed to stall the game out a little bit, and we were doing that with some life gain with the Glory. So that way, and then the case also. So that was our kind of ideas behind stalling out the game a little bit by giving us a little bit extra life to give us another one or two more turns, which is what we're losing to. Is we're really close to winning those games, and part of it is tweaking the deck. So we're able to keep the deck in the theme that the Wizards of the Coast had with their where is it? What do you got? One mythic and 4 rares in the deck, or 5 rares in the deck. So we were able to keep that. We also kept it to the top. Where is it? This thing. The latest sets. What is it? 4 latest sets basically. I mean, Big Sword is part of the Thunder Junction. So we did do that restriction, which I don't know for the next deck if we're going to do that same restriction. But that's kind of the restriction that the Wizards of the Coast have on these free decks, is kind of keeping it current, keeping it under theme, power to the people. Although we did add in some human detectives, we did add in some non-people. It's you could argue vampires are not people, but I think they're pretty much people. So I think we kind of kept the idea of the theme around it. The Glorehound, pretty good card for cycling our top cards when you get those low power creatures. So I think this deck is pretty tuned in and really happy with it. So yeah, this has been Told. Like and subscribe, and keep the power in the people's hands.